Hi everyone, Bob Hamel, back here at my house. Time to get some serious adult beverage construction going on here. We are at the Christmas holidays, and so everybody likes to have a little bit of something something around the holidays. So, sorry. What we're going to do today is I'm going to come up with about 4 or 5 preparations that very popular. Going to try and do things a little different than what you might normally get, but it's the holidays. Let's have a beverage, merry to everybody, and hopefully it's a good year coming up. So what are we going to do? Well, the first one I want to do is a take on a martini. Martinis traditionally, back in the 40s and 50s, was a martini was basically gin and white vermouth, and that was it. And it stayed that way, where you had martini on one side, you had a Manhattan, which was bourbon or whiskey, Canadian whiskey, and sweet vermouth. And same ratios in each one. Shake it up, put it into a martini glass, which is what we have here. And those were the adult cocktails of the time. Then around the 70s or so, maybe 80s, people started, didn't like gin as much. So they went into make a vodka martini. What is it? What's the difference? It's just vodka and the white vermouth. So nothing really earth-shattering about that. But then there was a TV show called Sex and the City, and Sarah Jessica Parker should not ever have to buy a cocktail ever, because when the Cosmo that they drank in that show came out, it just went worldwide. And the Cosmo, even to this day, Cosmo is one of the more popular drinks. So Grey Goose, you should be taking care of that woman. So anyways, let's get started here. So I'm going to do something that's a little different. I don't like the vermouth because I think it's too sweet. And majority of 99% of drinks made today, and I was a bartender for 7 years recently, and I did this in college and after college. And people just don't like the vermouth anymore. So if you order a vodka martini, it's basically just vodka on ice, chilled, and poured into a glass. So let's get going. What are we going to do today? Today we're going to do a pomegranate martini. And so what I want to show you is that this is speed pour. This is the bartender's best friend, because what it does is it regulates the flow of alcohol so that you can determine by a time count what the amount of alcohol that's going in there. And with the majority of drinks that you make on a bar, your counts are going to be a 6 count for the main alcohol, a 3 count for whatever the secondary alcohol is, or 1.5 count if you get 2 secondary things in. So basically, a 6 count is 2 ounces worth of liquor, 3 count, 1 ounce, 1.5 count would be half an ounce. So anyways, what are we going to do here? We're going to take our pomegranate juice, which I should have opened up before, but I didn't, and our vodka. This is going to be a pomegranate martini. I'm not going to put the vermouth in. It's over there. We don't even want to let it get too close to the liquor. So how do you do it? Well, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your 6 count. With this, it's just going to be I just like to sort of measure. Now, I'm missing my my big pint glass that I used to use, so I'm going to go with the second one. Everything's in here. What do? You go shake. Some people get a little crazy on it. I don't. Forgot to do something here. One of the things that you might want to do is, well, this is a martini. We'll come back to this. I'm stepping ahead of myself here. So you've got your stuff that's mixing up. You don't want it to sit in the ice too long because what's going to happen is it's going to get watery. So you just take it, pour it out, right? There we go. Now we're going to take we need a little bit of a garnish, right? So garnish is going to be, just take your peeler, take your lime or lemon, depending upon what you like, and there's oil in this skin, in this peel, and as you turn it and take it and rub it around the rim, drop it in. When people get their drink, guess what? They're going to get that flavor of that lime, and the pomegranate, and the vodka. So let's just take a test. I'm not going to be drinking all of this. Oh yeah, that's nice. Because you get the flavor of the fruit, the pomegranate's there. You get the acid from the lime. And the vodka is a neutral spirit, so you don't really, it doesn't have any flavors. It's not like the juniper flavor that you get out of gin. So that's a nice little cocktail. All right, let's clean this up, dump that out, unfortunately. And we're going to come back and do drink number 2. So back to Sarah Jessica Parker and Sex and the City. Cosmopolitan became the drink of choice for 99% of the young women of the United States just because of that show. And to this day, it is still one of the more popular drinks out there. So what is a Cosmo? What is a Cosmopolitan? Well, Cosmo is a very simple drink. It is vodka. It is lime juice. I usually like to put in a squeeze of fresh lime as well. It's a little bit of cranberry for the color, and then you add some triple sec to it to get the orange flavor. So again, vodka based. Start here. Remember that 6 count? Right. 1, 100, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That comes out. A little bit of, let's take our cranberry, right? Just a little touch of cranberry. It's funny. People are very particular about the color of their Cosmos. They have to be literally pink, not too red. You get it too red, guess what? Yeah, see, if I were a bartender back in the day, I would have had like 3 dozen of these, and I somehow lost them all. So now we've got 1. So again, so that was a 6 count. So we're going to do a 3 count. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I don't do the big pours anymore. I used to do that, and I found I wasted a lot. So lime juice. I'm going to take my lime here. Just squeeze. You want to get about half a lime, right? That's good, just like that. And now the garnish is going to be a lemon peel. I used to have a peeler that, and just like the last time on the other drink, you're going to take them and kind of press the peel together to get those essential oils out. Put it in, take our cover, bake it. You don't need to shake it a lot, just to get everything blended. Now, some people use this method of, doing it this way. I'm a klutz. I don't tend to do that very well, so I use a strainer. Again, I was trained that way. And this is a Cosmo, so you're going to have the flavor of the orange liqueur. Look at the color. Isn't that beautiful? Check that out. That is the perfect color. So you're going to get the tang of the cranberry And let's see what it tastes like. Oh yeah. Oh, that is awesome. There's a reason why that drink has been popular now for 30 years, because it is so good. So anyways, that's a Cosmo. Drink number 2. What are we going to make next? We're going to make a margarita. We're going south. We're going to Mexico. Be right back. Our next drink is going to be a margarita. Margarita is tequila, and there's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of different tequilas, and there's the añejo, there's the white, there's the blanco, the añejo. I forget. I used to work in a Mexican restaurant, and I just forget them now. The white tequila aged up to 6 months. The next level is aged up to a year, and the third level is aged 1 year plus, whatever it is. Could be 2-3 years. And what it does is it gives you, there's some depth of flavor that based upon the aging process. So anyways, it's tequila. It's lemon juice, lime juice. Some restaurants use a sour mix. I personally don't like that. There's something in sour mixes that bother my throat, so I usually just do it with fresh lemon juice and lime juice, a mixture of that. And again, triple sec. Again, that orange liqueur. Some people use Curacao. Some people use other orange-based liqueurs, but you know, they're all pretty much the same. So let's get going. But what you got to do, first of all, is you're going to want to rim the glass that you're serving it in. And this is going to go in a martini glass. So I'm going to take my lime. Some restaurants use simple syrup for this. Other restaurants just use lime juice. I happen to like lime juice. And what I have here is some salt. I'm going to take my rim. You want to get all the way around it. Like that. So you've got a nice rim, and the salt, what's going to happen is that salt is going to do some of the flavoring. So you're going to get the salt, you're going to get the tequila, the triple sec, etc., etc., etc. Let's get our ice in here. So I got 5 cubes, big cubes. I'm going to take my lemon and my lime. I'm going to use fresh lime, again, because I don't like that sour mix stuff. There's just some chemical in there that I don't deal well with. So that's half a lime. I'm going to squeeze out a lemon. Same idea. Get your fingers in there, get all that good juice out. Should I be wearing gloves? No, I washed my hands. If I wore gloves when I was a bartender and had to do that, or I just would never get anything accomplished. It would have been very messy. The drinks would be lined up for days. So again, 6 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? I'm going to have to scour my house to see if somewhere upstairs in the attic I have some more of these pourers, because it's just crazy to not have it. Okay, triple sec. 1, 2, 3. There we go. Now, I could also make this with a different type of tequila. And I have this is a Rosa Blanco, which is really delicious agave tequila. It's a rose colored. And I'm not sure why it is, but if you ever have an opportunity, that's good stuff. Okay, so again, let's do the shake. Pop the top, take our strainer, and go and pour. Oh yeah, that's definitely gonna be good. Garnish will be just a wedge. Okay, you want a little more extra, just squeeze it in, drop it in. Let's give it a taste. Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, I have not lost it. I've not lost the ability to make drinks. It's the fresh lime and lemon that make it. You don't taste the alcohol, which could be a good thing, could be a bad thing. But it's, wow, is that good. Alrighty, the next drink I'm going to make here is a bourbon concoction. I don't really have a name for it. Don't really need one. But we're going to do things a little different this time. We're going to take it and we're just going to swirl it. You know, shaken, not stirred. Well, this is the James Bond thing. Well, this is stirred, not shaken. So we've got our bourbon. Going to add a little bit of apple juice and a little bit of cranberry. And the garnish for it is going to be an orange peel. And it has a nice depth of flavor, especially if you use a good bourbon. So again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, because we don't have any other additives. Little apple juice, again, just a touch. And that's Ruby Roo. Hi, Ruby Roo. That's my dog. Somebody's walking by the house. A little cranberry, not much. I'm going to take this, stir it up. Which glass do we want to use? That one's a little too big. Let's go with this one. Stir, pour. Ooh, just the right amount. And what are we going to do? What's our garnish? A little bit of grated nutmeg. Grated nutmeg, you say? Yeah. You want to get some of this in here. That's gonna do some fun things to it. Let's take this and just try and stir that around a little bit. Let's get our peel. This one, we're not going to do anything with the rim. You just want to take it and, again, turn it to release the oils. That's what it's there for. Stick it in. Give it another little stir. And let's see. So it's bourbon, apple juice, cranberry, a little orange peel. Yeah, that's nice. It's got a nice little hint of the bourbon. You get that. The cranberry and apple kind of play off each other. So one doesn't dominate because the amounts that we did, the ratios were equal. So yeah, this is a good sit by the fire at night, get those fires roaring and have one of these and just think good thoughts. Or as a friend of mine used to say, think warm thoughts. The nutmeg in this takes it over the top because it's not overly strong, but you do get it. You get that little hint of it, and wow, it's a good drink. So I got to remember this when it starts getting icy and snowy and I don't want to go out and shovel or run the snowblower. I can just go sit back and say, oh, come by, do it tomorrow. Anyways, here we go. A little Jack Daniels, a little cranberry, a little apple juice.
Show your pretty bandana.
Pretty bandana.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay. You looking in the camera, little girl? Good, huh?
Here, huh?
Okay, you gonna say Merry Christmas? Yeah? Merry Christmas, huh? Happy New Year. You got your really, really pretty Christmassy bandana. Okay. Bye.
So much for that, huh?